Hello everyone, Nyonstar here, and I love Undertale. That's probably not very surprising. But regardless, Undertale has been a pretty big part of my life. So in honor of its 8th anniversary, has it really been that long? Jesus Christ. I thought I'd go into just how much this game means to me. Now for those of you who have lived on Mars for the last decade, in a cave with your eyes shut and fingers in your ears, Undertale is an indie RPG game from 2015, where the main selling point is that you don't have to kill anyone. You see, in RPG games, getting stronger by killing your enemies is just industry standard. Even in Pokemon, where they use the terms fainting or defeated, because it's a kid's game, you're still fighting until their health points run out. But in Undertale, you can talk your way out of fighting. It's encouraged. And it's this philosophy that attracted so many people. If you haven't experienced Undertale, stop this video right now. It's $10 on Steam, and you should go play it. Or you can watch Steam Train or Jacksepticeye play it. Just go enjoy it, and go enjoy Deltarune too. This video spoils a lot, so spoiler warning. But this isn't a video essay about Undertale. There are much better videos that already do that. No, this is the story of my personal relationship to Undertale. My first brush with Undertale happened without me even knowing it at the time. There was this girl who was 2 years older than me. She was a crazy good artist, and I loved watching her draw. One day, she was drawing a very good rendition of Napstablook with his "really not feeling up to it right now" quote. I liked the drawing, but I didn't know who it was. Setting this aside, my sister decided to watch a playthrough of some indie game from Steam Train, and she was really digging it. She told me all about a funny skeleton that makes spaghetti and friend-zones you. This piqued my interest, and around Christmas break, I binge-watched them playing through the pacifist route, and I loved every second. One notable thing is that I saw the ghost that the older girl drew, and I started developing a massive crush on her. I also looked up Steam Train Undertale at first, before my sister corrected me. But more importantly, I had fallen head over heels for this game. My sister and I would just sit and watch as many Undertale meme videos as we could. We even chilled out to Snowden's theme on Christmas Day. My favorite character was definitely Papyrus. He's funny and caring, and he makes my favorite food. He's my sister's favorite too. My second favorite was Flowey. He's just such a cheerful bitch. He's the one friend you can rant about your day with. Not to mention his tragic backstory. He's my best friend, my best bud, if you will, and I relate to him a lot. Sans has since tied being my second favorite. He's just so chill and fatherly. I like it when he ends up with Toriel, and after my terrible parental trauma, I love Sans as a dad. Makes me all soft. Toriel's definitely up there too. Even if you don't think she's the best mom, she's just objectively better than my actual mother. I could sit and listen to her snail facts all day. Undyne is so cool, and I would totally crush on her. She's fun and energetic, and she could kill me. I never actually had a crush on her, but I understand Alphys entirely. Speaking of which, Alphys is so relatable and gay. She shouldn't be so underrated. Asgore isn't very high on my list, just because we don't really spend much time with him. He's cool though. Needless to say, I grew pretty attached to this world. I love this game where everyone is happy and nothing bad could ever happen. Oh. Right. So. Genocide route, huh? I haven't actually watched anyone play through Genocide. I watched up to Papyrus's death on Steam Train before I couldn't take it anymore. However, my sister ended up getting Undertale, so after experiencing True Pacifist together, she played Genocide for me. I still remember how frustrated she got at Undyne's fight. We also couldn't beat Sans, and had to cheat to get past him. She really did try hard though. Then we played hard mode as a palate cleanser. After becoming obsessed over the break, I had told my friends all about Undertale. So B, V, Liz, and I ended up scheduling a sleepover where we could play it. I brought the family laptop and downloaded a copy of Undertale off my sister's Steam account. However, we didn't get very far. This was also the sleepover where we watched all of the Star Wars movies. We even saw The Force Awakens in the theater after we watched the first 6 movies. And yeah, I know that seeing Star Wars for the first time at nearly 12 years old is a crime. Especially since my dad is a huge Star Wars nerd. But this took up most of our time. Liz got upset that I wouldn't let her voice Toriel, and refused to engage with the game at all. I also lost 3 times to Papyrus because I'm terrible. After Papyrus, we took a break and ended up not picking the game back up. After that, I ended up resetting and played it from the beginning all by myself. I was so impressed by all the new dialogue of everyone remembering me. I struggled a lot with Omega Flowey though. I died so many times, he asked if I was dying on purpose. I had to beg D to beat him for me. I ended up playing up to the Azrael fight before taking a break and never finishing. I tried to reorganize another sleepover for years, even long after I stopped hyperfixating. I managed to convince A to play it, where he had to restart because they killed one person at the beginning. I also had to teach them how to play through Genocide. Once we got to high school, I tried to organize a sleepover for the 3 of us for Christmas break. Unfortunately, V passed away. So for the break, A, B, and I played Undertale together on A's laptop. We started pretty early in the morning, but we ended up staying awake until like 4 AM to finish True Pacifist. I even beat Omega Flowey on my second try. We started Genocide up to Undyne before they had to go home. So we reconvened over spring break to finish. A beat Undyne, and we once again had to cheat past Sans. It took forever to get it to work. We played through hard mode, and then started Deltarune Chapter 1. A ended up bullying me into fighting everyone even though I didn't want to. After beating it, A and I ended up fighting. He kept insulting my taste in comic dubs and threatened to kick me out of their house in the middle of a storm. This is when I started opening my eyes to their abusive ways. But I'll talk more about them soon. To be honest, while I love Deltarune, it hasn't had as big of an impact on me. It came out when I started high school instead of middle school like Undertale, so its impact was smaller. I watched Sean play it, and I haven't played it myself yet. I started watching him play Chapter 2, but Dee wanted to play it with me, so I stopped watching. I watched her play Chapter 1 over Discord, and some of Chapter 2. We burned out though, and I ended up finishing Sean's playthrough and binge-watching Easter egg videos. I still don't really have much to say about it though, since it's not finished. I love Rousey though. He's precious. If anything happens to him, I'll kill everyone in this room and then myself. Now on to the reason why the first draft of this script is being written in January, when this is supposed to go up in September. I've actually been hyperfixating again. I started thinking about the PTA Sans AU randomly and fell into a rabbit hole of AO3 fanfiction. Mostly focusing on Sans and Frisk and their parent-child relationship. Lot of hurt comfort. Speaking of AUs, I was never big into them. I mostly just focused on the fluff happening after the game. For the holidays of 2022, we were kicked out and forced to live in hotels, so the comfort from Sans was very appreciated. I read the 5th anniversary Winter Clock dialogue while I was stuck in our car in the rain for 5 hours. I actually cried laughing at Sans' default dancing. I also drew my best friend on the window. Everything was Undertale. I complained to my sister that I didn't have the money to play through it again, so she gifted it to me. I love her. I played through it again and remembered why I loved it so much in the first place. I didn't die to any of the bosses either. I died to a Moldsbig because I forgot what I was supposed to do, then repeatedly killed myself like 20 times to get the Temmie armor. Other than that, I didn't die once, which is really saying something since I'm garbage at this and I was laying down for most of it. After this, I noticed that in at least one YouTube video a day, there would be an Undertale reference. One of my favorite Vocaloid producers even uploaded a crazy good remix of Megalovania. I've been listening to it non-stop. It just goes to show the massive impact this game has had on the internet. It had a massive impact on me, too. One of my biggest OCs was originally an Undertale OC before she was rewritten. I hear the OST in my head all the time. Toby Fox has plagued my life with incidental music. My sister bought me an Undertale pillow at a con when we got kicked out of our house. The first time. Look at this. Let me know if you find the artist, by the way. I love this. Undertale has definitely changed my life. It's inspired my storytelling, taste of music, my taste of women, and I wouldn't want it any other way. Hell, this video was originally titled My Undertale Phase, but that's not really true. It's not a phase. It's a constant, comforting presence in my life. Happy birthday, Undertale! And thank you, Toby Fox, for everything. It's been a wild ride. Here's to 8 more years! Bye!